Live on NPP TV, and then we are here at the Ayawaso West Bogon Coalition Center, the RS Amegashi Auditorium. And we have one of the NDC gurus here with us who has been here since yesterday observing the process. Sir, very good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. Sir, so far, how is the process over here? You've been here since yesterday.
Well, I was part of the team that monitored even the special voting, which was held on Monday prior to this general elections. So I have been involved since last Monday doing the special voting, and I've been around since the process started.
Okay. So has the EC generally? Do you think the EC has done a very good job in handling these elections?
Well, barring a few lapses here and there, which you would expect of any human institution, generally, it's been so good. But I think that it could have been better. But because in fact, the collation of the results started so late, last night, almost after 9 p.m. And polls had closed much earlier. And, we also saw the kind of stampede that occurred, at the entrance of the collation center, which was completely uncalled for. I had been involved in, previous, collation activities. And I didn't see this the last time I was in the collation room in 2020 in Adenta. It was far more orderly than what we observed here, and I don't think that the security situation was the best. It could have been better. So there may be lessons that have been learned, and I hope that they probably would improve upon that as well, so that the next time we would have a seamless and smooth process in the coalition room.
Sir, is there anything or is there any comment you want to pass about security, the security service over here, the work done?
Well, but I thought that you saw the instance where some of the guys tried to break into some boxes, that was late last night, and then the guy was apprehended, and the police finally had to handcuff him and then took him to the police station. These are matters that we need to follow up on. We are not going to let this matter, and also the matter relating to the MP for the constituency, who last Monday was seen sharing goodies to voters who were in the queue preparing to go and vote. Clearly, she was trying to induce or to influence the voters, and she was saying right there, but yet she went on air and to deny that she was there. And meanwhile, she was caught on video, and I was there. I was one of the people who went there and stopped that shameful practice. And I think we have come a long way, and we shouldn't be so cheap in the way we do things by trying to use money to influence the votes of the people. The power belongs to the people, and if you have done so very well, nobody would need to tell them anything. The people would probably return to power. But because of the abysmal performance of this government, the past 8 years has been a total mess of total state capture of everything. It's so unprecedented in the history of this country. We all live in this country. We are not kids in this country. We know what has gone on in the past 8 years. Totally shameful, and Ghanaians have punished them for this, state capture, for this, harm and pain that they've inflicted upon Ghanaians in the past 8 years. And Ghanaians, I salute Ghanaians for making the right choice and for punishing them for their arrogance and for their indiscipline and for their recklessness in the managing the affairs of this country. We deserve better. We are not, we know what governance is about. This, what you've seen, in the past 8 years have been so, you can't find words to even describe it, but generally, I thank God that, it's been, we are here to witness the final bits of the coalition, and some of the presiding officers, clearly, I don't know whether they didn't train them properly or not. As yesterday we were going around, the law requires them to fill certain, portions of the pitches before voting commences, Part A and B of the MP sheet should be completed before voting started. But some of the presiding officers refused until some of us have to draw their attention to the breach of the law and then the consequences that they will suffer before they feel. And so they filled the Part A and B as late as 1 p.m. When voting started at 7 a.m. Totally needless. And Part C had to be filled before counting should start. Some of them were adamant they didn't want to do that. I don't know what kind of training that the EC gave them. And as you see now, do you see those boxes over there? Some of the presiding officers put their original pieces into those boxes, which they ought to, those originals ought to have gone to the EC, but they failed to do so. So what kind of training did they give them? They must do a better job the next time to train them properly and let them know the requirement of the law. The law is supreme. Nobody is above the law in this country. If the law mandates you to do something, you must do it. It's as simple as that. Nobody is above the law. Nobody. So if the law says do A, B before you start voting, you must comply. Only in Ghana that you see people do things and just walk away with it. Even some of these some of these presiding officers had to educate them on the law, on the position of the law. Those whom are educated, understood the process and they yielded to it. But some of them were totally fixated in their thinking. I mean, how do you? Is that what governance is about? But anyway, I thank God that we are all alive to see this change, the change that Ghanaians so badly deserve to rescue this country and to reset the destiny of this country for better achievement for the current generation and for generations yet unborn.
So, thank you very much. And then before you go, not long ago, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, the flag bearer for the NPP and also the vice president, as at now, considered defeat. How did the party take the news? I mean, I saw the jubilation, but deep down, how did you personally take the news?
Well, I mean, it was so clear and so obvious. And he said from their own collection of data, they've lost, miserably. Miserable. And this is a total, miserable loss to them. See the way Ghanaians have voted against them. It means that they have failed in the governance of this country and they've been punished for it to serve as a lesson. So when you get the power belongs to the people. You must use the power for the benefit of the people and not for the benefit of a clique of people who think that the power belongs to them, but the power truly belongs to the people. And it must be utilized for and for the benefit of the people. And that's what they failed to do. And then, what else could you have done but to concede? What else? It's so obvious. And so he did it. So for us, we are not surprised. We are not surprised. He has conceded. And of course, because of this abysmal, performance, and they've been punished for it. And then they should go and learn the lessons. That's what I have to say for now. Okay, so we are going into the festive period. What advice will you give to the youth out there and also the rest of Ghanaians? Well, we wish them God's, in fact, Christmas is a period of love, period to show affection towards your neighbor. This victory is indeed a blessing from God to save Ghanaians. We are going to have a very tough and hard and difficult time this Christmas. Dollar selling for nearly 70 cedis to $1. So unprecedented, but it has happened. Times are rough for everybody. Rough for me. It's not been easy, and I'm sure a lot of families are, suffering the way everybody is suffering. Perhaps a few group of people are not suffering, but the majority of Ghanaians are indeed, suffering. And so we just have to bring ourselves together, ensure that that the victory that have been won would galvanize us, strengthen us to be able to forge ahead as a country in unison, so that we create a better Ghana for not only a set of people, but to every Ghanaian. we must share in the national cake, rather than a few people, just having a field day and thinking that because they had the power, they can use it anyhow.
Thank you very much for talking to us.
It's indeed a pleasure.
Thank you.